Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For this project, we are required to prepare a proposal for the kuliah or the university as a whole on how we can create a preferable future by applying the 6 thinking hats. This project is in accordance with the Kuliah of Islamic Real Knowledge and Human Science Download 2030 project. So first of all, our group member consists of Siti Norashikin, me, myself, Alifa Nashikriya, Liana Nasuha, Aisha Najiha, and Jama Abdirrahman Abshir. So the slides outline for this assignment will be, firstly, we are going to do introduction on this project, and then we're going to briefly explain about the 6 thinking hats, and then we're going to go about the solution for the problem, and then we're going to explain on what is the purpose of each hat in the 6 thinking hats, starting with white hat, red hat, black hat, yellow hat, green hat, blue hat, and lastly, we're going to make the conclusion.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Liana Naswa binti Muhammad Sobri, metric number 1911712. For introduction, the creative thinking and problem solving is one of the ideas to create innovation and creativity. However, sometimes it is hard for a person to focus and mindfully involved in creating something new for the future by looking at a bigger picture. Therefore, according to the De Bono group, it is easy to focus or redirect thoughts when a person by mentally wearing and switching hats.
So for the 6 thinking hats, the 6 thinking hats was created by Edward De Bono to help us move outside our habitual thinking style and to look at things from a number of different perspectives. This allowed us to get a more rounded view of our situation. There are also 6 hats which are represented by colors, and each of them have their own purpose, which is red hat, blue hat, yellow hat, white hat, black hat, and also green hat. So next, the solution for the problem, to make a preferable future for everyone in IIUM to benefit from it, we propose to create a better social environment for everyone to mingle around without any prejudice or discrimination.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Asha Najah binti Muhammad Fazli, metric number 1911548. So moving on to the white hat thinking style, which is the first thinking style. So in this thinking hat, you focus on the available data and look at the information that you have and analyze past trend and see what you can learn from it. So it is basically also look for gap in your knowledge and try to either fill them or take account of them. So we can say it as white hat is to identify the problem arise in the particular area. So in this project we do in IIUM, so the main problem in IIUM is we identify that there is a social gap between local people and non-local people. They prefer to stay with their own people rather than making new friends with foreigners or different people from different parts of the world. And also the problem arises is the non-local lecturers have difficulties to get together with the local lecturers or staff, and it may lead to sexual discrimination due to the prejudice that they have towards the non-local people.
And my name is Siti Nur Ashiki binti Abdul Nasir. Next is the red hat. So basically, red hat will signifies feelings, hunch, and intuition. So when we use these thinking skills, okay, we can express emotions and feelings and share fears like dislike, loves, and hate. So basically, our aim is to nurturing community, engage holistic scholars and students for sustainable future. This is the aim for the project Download 2030. But the problem that we face that can be related to Red Hat is the local and international students will have difficulties to come out from their comfort zones. What does it mean by this problem is it means that they are more comfortable to interact only among their races, and for them, some of them will still practicing a conservative ways of life. Okay, what can we relate to the conservative ways of life is by relating with their nature when they are in school, back then in school. Okay, when we were in school, we are not communicating with other nationality like in IIUM. So basically, we just have among the Malay, Chinese, and Indian, but we have the same nationality, which is Malaysian, so we don't have any difficulties to interact with each other. But then when we came to IIUM, when we have a different nationality, and we will face some problems to communicate with them. So because of this, the local students and even for the international students, they are more comfortable to interact only among their races, and this is one of the problem that can be related to Red Hat. Next, we'll move to the Black Hat. So Black Hat is basically about the judgment. So the devil's advocate or why something may not work. So basically, this project, the Downroad 2030 project is IIUM will give an opportunity to everyone regardless of their nationality to engage in this program. But the problem that we will face is most of the students are avoiding themselves from mingle around with other students that have different nationality. So basically, this problem can be related with Black Hat by saying that if the Malaysian students that have a different ways of life from the Chinese student from China, for example, they have a different ways of life. So maybe because of that, they not really comfortable to mingle around with them, and they may make some judgment from their way of life. For example, if they are used to speak louder in the crowd, but maybe the Malaysian students will not feel comfortable with it, so they may judge the other nationality students. So, and because of that, it will be some problem to engage in this program.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My name is Abdurrahman, and I will continue our presentation by briefly explaining the yellow hat, which is the optimistic hat. This hat, it helps you to think positively, and it is the optimistic point of view, and which helps you to see and predict the benefits of the decision that you are taking and the solution that you are proposing. So we are in this hat, we ask ourselves two main questions, which are, the first one, what values can we see? And the second one, how can we reach those values? So the main issue which exists in IIUM is that students feel difficult to mingle with other students which came from another country, or sometimes students which came from the same country feel the same problem. So in the previous slides, we talk about the main issue, which is I just mentioned, and the aim of the solution that we are proposing. We also talk about the problem itself. So in this part of the presentation, I will talk about the benefits and the opportunities of the solution that we are proposing. So to make preferable future for everyone in IIUM, we believe that we need to introduce a better social environment. So what are the benefits for introducing a better social environment? If we introduce better social environment, it can help improve the social gap that exists today in IIUM. And it can fix like this problem I just mentioned. So sometimes the students feel like they are in this university. For example, let's say one student who have been here for 3 years or 4 years, it seems like that he or she feels like he lives or she lives in an unfamiliar environment. Maybe this person knows everywhere, all the places, but the problem is she or he has less friends from other nationalities, or sometimes they have like less friends from the people who come from their country. So to fix this problem, we need to introduce better social environment which like helps people to understand each other, to mingle with each other, to hang out with each other. So we believe that introducing a better social environment can play an integral role in peer-to-peer interactions. So that is the benefits of introducing a better social environment. What are the opportunities? Creating a better social environment can make everyone to feel easy when being around with each other. Sometimes students feel like difficult to be with another student which maybe speaks another language which is different from the one he or she speaks. So they feel like difficult to talk to each other, to hang out with each other. So to fix this problem, we need to introduce a better social environment. Introducing a better social environment can also solve the social gap that exists between the local and non-local people in the university. This issue or this problem does not only apply with the students on, it may exist in the staff too. Like some lecturers don't feel like comfortable to be with another lecturers. And it's not a matter of like this person may be like, and his attitude is bad. No, it's a matter of that, like there's no an atmosphere, or there's no environment which is ready for people to be like, to feel comfortable being with each other. So we believe this issue or this problem can be solved by mainly like making the university and socially friendly, or socially and like open. Everyone can enjoy with being with other people. So I believe that is all from me, and thank you.
Moving on the green hat. So the green hat represents creativity. So this is where we develop a creative solution to our problem. So for this assignment, we are giving a few suggestions on the creative solution to make a better social environment in the kuliah. So the first creative solution is we suggest to organize a mini concert once a week that can offer the students or everyone else to participate and showcase their talents or their cultures for everyone to learn and appreciate from it. So the purpose on why we suggest on organize a mini concert is because we want to make sure that the environment in the kuliah is always lively and friendly, because every day the student and also the lecturers and also everyone else in the university, we are busy with our classes and with a few things that we have to do. So we don't have much time to just sit around in the kuliah and just relax. And if we organize this kind of mini concert, this can help the environment in the kuliah to be more lively and more friendly, and people can just stop for a while and watch this mini concert. And this can help the environment in the kuliah to be more friendly, so it won't be so dull and so like boring, because everyone will just be busy to just go to their class. And another purpose on why we decide to organize the mini concert is because the student and everyone else in the university can have a chance to join and to showcase their talents and also a few things from their culture, so that they can have the chance to show it to everyone in the university. So by this way, the local student can they can learn, they can see what are the different culture that the international student bring in with them, and also the international student also can learn on the local culture. So this can make sure that everyone will not be prejudiced, and they will not criticize um, without having knowledge on what is the purpose of this culture and what is the significance of this culture. So in that way, everyone can just uh, be friendly towards each other, and they can be understanding towards each other. So for our second solution is we propose so that the lecturers should promote more integration by encouraging the students to mix their group mates when forming group, so that it will consist of local and international students. So right now, the common scenario that we can see is that most students, they prefer to be friend with their own friend, or with someone from their own race. Especially uh, when forming a group for a group project, they will often choose their own friend that they are already friend with, that they're already comfortable with. So this can be a big problem for the international student, as they think that they are they are being outcast by the local student. So uh, with that, um, the local student and also the international student, they will have difficulty in trying to be friend with each other, since they prefer more to stay uh, with their own with their own kind of people, instead of going out from their comfort zone and be friend with new people. And yeah, so one of the ways is that the lecturers should promote more integration by, for example, making that in one group, it should be two international students and maybe three local students. So instead of maybe four local students and one international student, or four international student and one local student. So yeah, we should make the ratio balance between the local student and also the international student. But this also depends on how many student it is in one class. If in that class majority is local student, then there's there's nothing wrong if if they prefer to be with their own people. So on our last solution is we propose so that the local staff can try to communicate better with the foreign people, so that they will not feel left out or discriminated. So one of the challenges in the university right now is language barrier. So the local staff consists of well, in this university, consists of Malay, and Malays they speak Malay. So when they are dealing with foreign people or foreign lecturers, sometimes because of this language barrier, there are often miscommunication, and sometimes they don't even try to understand on what are the foreign people try to say, because mostly the foreign people, they are not very best in their English, and so do the local people. So I think that since not many people um, is very good in English, so when we are trying to communicate with each other, there will always be something that we don't understand, and it can create a feeling of outcast and also discrimination towards one party. So I feel like we should make a requirement for the local student in the university to be able to speak English to speak English fluently, because it will help them better in understanding uh, what the what other foreign people try to say. Because even if they are trying to speak English, sometimes their accent can make it difficult. So I feel like if everyone can try to learn English better, not only for speaking but also in writing, then I think it can lessen the language barrier between the local people and also the foreign people, and this can make everyone to not feel prejudiced or discriminated by a certain party. So that's all for the creative solution.
So moving on to the final hat that a person need to wear in order to manage the thinking process and to set the thinking strategy. So in respect to our project, we wear the blue hat. The first one is to keep the discussion moving and ideas flowing. The second one is to encourage our group members to switch their thinking between different perspectives. And last but not least is enhancing the creativity and productivity of the group members. So for conclusion, having examined to our options from numerous viewpoints, we will have a much more detailed picture of possible outcomes, and also encouraging the kuliah and university to make the best decision for the preferable future of the Islamic International University Malaysia. Thank you.